We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. In motion left goes Boyd. Second and 2. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. The Cowboys at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
First down, Prescott. It's caught, Smith. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He's got room at the 30. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Prescott on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Prescott to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll run for it with Pollard. And this time he is in. Yes. Tony Pollard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. In motion left goes Boyd. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. In motion left goes Boyd. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw again.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw again.
And that one caught downfield by Boyd.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, it's Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That third down conversion good for 23. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. First down, and it's Pollard again. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Prescott now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. In motion, left goes Boyd. Second and 9 now. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point by Maher, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's 2nd and 8. Touchdown! T. Higgins, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And this one complete to Smith. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 3.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
152 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On play action, Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
When the Dallas Cowboys traded Amari Cooper, it was certainly a sign of the faith that they have in Michael Gallup to step up and be that type of weapon across from C.D. Lamb. He hit 1,100 yards back in 2019, but missed half of last year with a pair of injuries. He steps up here and moves the chains.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Marr able to put this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Back to throw here. Smith catches left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. He'll drop to throw.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, Prescott. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a give here to Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott off play action. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Second and 6. It's caught on the right side at Smith. So the completion good for just 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. Room here to run. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon,
his second touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in there by Cooks.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Now Dak. Into the hands of Cooks.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Prescott.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he goes out right around the 39. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
To throw, Prescott.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-and-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Flushed out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here's Dak.
Complete. Smith has it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now Prescott.
tosses the out route here to Gallup.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Here's Prescott.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Mixon with a first down carry. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.